Hi, and welcome to our podcast. I'm Mike. Great that you're here today.
Hi from me, too. I'm Jessa Circa. I'm happy we can talk about an important topic today.
Today, we talk about goals. More exactly, about goals that feel vague or hard. Many people have goals but don't know where to start. Everything seems big, and the mind fills up fast.
Goals walk with us every day, often very quietly. They hide in many small choices. If goals are not clear, even simple days feel tiring. You want change, but don't know how.
Right. I know that feeling well. When I plan too much at once, I lose track fast. Then everything feels important, and nothing happens in the end.
My body shows it too. I breathe shallow, get restless, and feel pressure. That shows how closely mind and body connect.
Many think a plan brings instant clarity, but often we need quiet first. A moment to ask, why is this goal important to me? What do I really want?
These questions are not easy, but they help. Sometimes we see a goal is not truly ours. Then energy is missing, and each step feels hard.
One simple question once helped me. What can I do today? Not everything. Just one small thing.
That removes pressure. Small steps feel doable.
Right. When I chose only one thing, my head became calmer. I could act instead of overthink.
That is often the start of clarity. See one step, not the whole path.
For today, remember. Unclear goals are normal. Many people feel this.
And clarity often grows slowly through small, calm choices.
Now we talk about smaller goals. Earlier, I told you about my 15 minutes of running. That was my first conscious step. I imagined no distance and no big goal. I only thought about the time. 15 minutes felt doable, even on busy days.
I think that is a very kind idea. Small goals take pressure away. You don't need much planning. You can simply begin. 15 minutes almost always fit somewhere in the day.
Exactly. The nice part was, I hardly had to think. Put on shoes, open door, start running. After 1 week, I noticed I ran longer, sometimes 30 minutes. Not because I had to, but because it felt good. The small frame gave me freedom.
That reminds me of my vocabulary. I once wanted to learn 20 new English words each day. That was far too much. I became tired and unhappy fast. Then I changed it and learned only 3 words per day. 3 sounds small, almost silly, but it worked.
How did you do that?
Very easy. I wrote the words on small notes and stuck them on the fridge. That way I saw them each day. After 1 month, I knew many new words, without stress. The number grew quietly, without pressure.
That shows well how small steps add up, like coins in a jar. You notice it late, but then there is a lot.
It was also important for me to stay kind. If I learned nothing one day, it was okay. I allowed myself to continue the next day, without bad feelings.
I think that is very important. A missed day should not be the end. Small goals need patience, not harshness.
Exactly. I also noticed that comparing does not help. Sometimes I thought others were faster. Then I wrote down why I walk this path. That gave me calm.
That is a good tip. Remember why you started. I see this in others too. Many say they have no time. When you ask, do you have 5 minutes? It suddenly feels possible.
5 minutes often open a door. This works in other areas too. My son wanted to draw better. He drew just 1 cup each day, always the same cup. After a few weeks, the lines became steadier. He had fun because the task was clear.
I like that a lot. Repetition without pressure. Maybe that is a key. Small goals, clear shape, little thinking.
And they may stay flexible. There are days with energy and days without. Both are fine.
Exactly. A goal should move with life, not fight it.
That removes the heaviness.
It also helps to make progress visible. I place small dots in a calendar.
I like to draw a circle and fill it bit by bit. That shows me I stayed on track.
These marks whisper, you did something.
And that gives courage for the next step.
That is what small goals are about. Step by step, calm and honest. Now we talk about mistakes, about detours, pauses, and changes. Many people see mistakes as something negative. For me, they are signals. They show that we are on the way.
Yes, without mistakes, we would hardly learn. If everything always runs smooth, we often don't notice what we need or what does not fit us.
My running project is a good example. At first, everything went fine. After 3 months, I got knee pain. First, I ignored it. I thought it would pass. But it grew worse. One morning, I could hardly walk upstairs. Then I knew this cannot continue.
That is a hard moment. You want to continue, but the body says something else.
Right. I then paused and visited a doctor. He suggested physical therapy. Instead of running, I did muscle exercises. That was frustrating. I felt set back. But slowly I noticed it helps me. After some weeks, I could jog again, shorter routes, without pain.
That shows something important. The goal stayed, but the path changed. And you learned to hear signals, not only numbers or plans.
Yes, that was perhaps the most important lesson.
I had something similar with a language goal. I wanted a certificate and felt ready. Then my job suddenly became very stressful. I had hardly any time to study. I quickly saw this will not work.
That is hard to accept.
Yes. At first I was disappointed. Then I asked myself, why do I want this goal? The answer was clear. I wanted to speak more freely, not only pass a test, so I changed my plan. I met a coworker for coffee regularly. We spoke only Spanish, relaxed, without pressure.
And did that help?
Yes, very much. I felt more confident after a short time. I took the test later, without stress, and it went well.
That shows well that mistakes or pauses often open new paths. Without knee pain, I would never have done strength training. Without time pressure, you would not have started those talks.
Exactly. Mistakes show us where reality differs from our idea. That is not weakness, but information.
I also think we need kindness with ourselves. Too much harshness makes us blind. Kindness helps us look honestly.
3 simple questions help me here. What went well? What felt hard? And what can I change? These questions are small but very clear.
That is a good frame. I do something similar, often as a short voice note to myself. This way, I also hear my mood.
Voice carries much feeling. That helps with understanding.
There were also goals I dropped completely, not from laziness but from honesty. I once wanted to learn something only because others did it. It did not fit me. When I stopped, I felt relief.
Letting go is also a form of learning. Sometimes we see only on the way what truly belongs to us.
Exactly. Perfection is rarely real. Practical solutions are often better.
For me, this means goals may change. Paths may change too. Important is that we stay aware.
Then mistakes become signposts.
And the path gets clearer, even when it is not straight.
That is exactly the point here. Now we want to hear different voices. I find that very helpful. Sentences from other people can be like small lamps. They light part of the path without setting every detail.
Yes, I feel the same. I like to collect such lines from friends, coworkers, or older people. Last week I asked my neighbor. She is 70 years old. She told me, "A goal is good if it gets you out of bed in the morning." That line felt warm and calm.
That is lovely. It reminds me of my uncle. He often says, "Life is not a sprint, but many small hikes." For him, that means breaks are allowed, and detours too. He plans lightly and carries no heavy backpack, even with goals.
Other people think differently. A coworker of mine says, "No deadline, no result." Fixed dates are very important to her. They give her energy and direction. To me, that sometimes feels like pressure.
I know both views. A boss once said, "A goal without a date stays a dream." Often that is true, but not always. Maybe a date with some space helps. A goal can be clear without being hard.
A young student told me a fresh idea. She sets no yearly goals but monthly themes. 1 month she focuses on cooking, the next on movement, then on order. The focus stays small and new.
I like that. Change can help us stay with it. My mom has a very different view. She says, "The most important goal is to stay healthy." That comes from experience. Sometimes other goals then fall into place by themselves.
A friend from my choir said something important. He said, "Alone I lose myself. In a team I stay on track." Goals work better for him when others join in. Together, a different energy grows.
Yes, team goals carry us. Other voices stress joy. A cafe owner told me, "A goal without joy tastes like coffee without flavor." That does not mean all is easy, but something good should be inside.
There are also strict voices. A workshop leader once said, "If you have no own goal, you work for the goals of others." That sounds hard, but it can wake you up. I test such lines in quiet. Do they fit me right now or not?
That helps me too. Do not judge voices at once, but let them lie side by side. Like spices. Some fit a project, others the daily life.
And voices change. A line from parents or teachers may get meaning years later. When life changes, answers change as well.
For me, all this shows one thing clearly. There is not one right voice. Goals are personal. Other people can give hints, but no finished solutions.
Exactly. We may listen, pick, and let go again.
And so a personal, calm path grows.
We will build on that now.
Now we talk about goals without hard pressure. This topic is very important to me. In the past, I carried my goals like heavy backpacks. They were always there and made me tired.
That sounds exhausting. Many people know this feeling. Goals should help, but often they feel like burdens.
Right. Today, I handle them differently. I carry my goals like a light scarf. I still feel them, but they do not press. That change took time. 2 simple questions helped me.
Which questions?
Every morning I ask, what is really important today, and what can wait today? This way I sort my day again. The big goal stays in the background, but my steps fit the day.
I like that. In the morning, I listen to my body a lot. At breakfast, I ask, do I have energy or am I tired? That decides how big my step will be today.
That is smart. The body often gives better hints than the mind. I know this from running. Sometimes I plan a long route, but after a few minutes, I see a walk is enough.
And you accept that?
Yes. Earlier I would force myself. Today I say, movement counts, not the number. That removes pressure and keeps me kind to myself.
I often think goals can be soft, like Play-Doh. They have a shape, but they can change. It depends on day, mood, or situation.
That is a good picture. Soft, but not shapeless. There is a core, for example, staying healthy or learning. The path to it may change.
Micro goals help me a lot. Instead of planning a whole book, I say I will read one page and enjoy it. Sometimes it stays at one page. Sometimes it becomes more.
That takes away performance pressure. Joy leads on, not duty.
A coworker once said something nice. In the evening, she does not ask what she achieved, but if the day feels round.
Round is a good word. It does not mean perfect. It means it fits, even if something went different than planned.
Exactly. Sometimes it helps to protect goals. When others say, "You could be faster," you may answer, "My pace fits my life."
I have learned that too. I even wrote this answer down so I would not forget it.
I call such lines protection sentences. They guard your own pace.
Nice name. Pause also belongs here. Sometimes I let my goals go for a short time. Then space appears, and new ideas come by themselves.
No new picture without pause. I know this from photography. After time without a camera, I suddenly see subjects everywhere.
Because the view is fresh.
Right. All this shows me goals need direction, but also air.
Yes, the path may swing. Important is to stay in motion without forcing ourselves.
A calm attitude that adapts to life.
And that makes goals long-term and light.
I can only agree.
I think this is a perfect point to wrap up. Jessica, would you give a short summary?
Today we talked about goals in many colors. First, some goals felt foggy and heavy. We shared moments of confusion and searching. Then small steps appeared, like 3 words per day. These mini goals gave us drive and confidence. Next, we spoke about mistakes, knees, and delayed exams. We learned that adapting is part of the path. Voices from outside brought new ideas and images. Some loved deadlines, others preferred walks without clocks. At the end, we asked how to carry goals lightly. We spoke of scarves, protection lines, and break days. The goal stays, yet the shape dances with daily life. Kindness toward yourself was the red thread. Small questions like, "What matters today?" help with that. This creates clarity without hard pressure. Everyone may choose their own pace. Mistakes can be signposts, not judgment. And joy is the best engine. That sums up our journey today. I hope listeners find something useful inside. May your own goals shine clearly even when clouds appear. Remember, breaks are not setbacks but breath for the road. Please share your stories. Together we learn more easily.
Thank you, Jessica, for that clear summary. I feel inspired and also relaxed. Today's talk felt like a calm walk for me. I received new images, especially the scarf as goal. Tomorrow morning I will think of that scarf while planning. To all listeners, it was lovely to have you with us in thought. We hope you took words, ideas, and some calm with you. Stay curious and kind to yourself.
A big thank you from me as well, Mike. I enjoy our talks because they are open and real. Today I learned how important protection sentences can be daily. I am glad if our examples give courage to try tiny steps. Dear listeners, your feedback keeps our small studio alive. Write us what moves you and which goals walk with you.
With that, we close today's episode. We say thanks for listening and for your time. If you like, tune in again next time. Until then, we wish you clear thoughts and easy breath. Take good care and keep going, but without pressure. Bye for now.